Big up, everybody. It's your boy, Mark and MUFC fan. And you know what it is, guys. Smash those likes and subscribe. Your boy is here with the manager's press conference. Let's take a look. Let's take in. Let's watch. Hear what the manager has to say. It's a longer press conference than usual. It's about 20 minutes long, guys. It's going to be an interesting one. We're going to be here for it. Your boy is going to be here. You are here. We're all here. Let's enjoy it. Let's see what the manager has to say, because you know what, guys? It's going to be an interesting press conference. I really think that Man United is going to be doing some things. This manager has been getting his points across to the fans in a very communicatable way. It's been very easy to understand this guy, and I like to hear what he has to say, to be honest. Let's dive into the manager's press conference, guys, because you know what? It's Rúben Amorim time. And it's time for us to understand what he plans to do with the squad so far. Let's get into it as the manager's press conference is going to be on our way. Let me just do this really quickly. Boom. 1 second. Bang. Put this up. Let's make sure it starts properly. So, guys, we're getting ready for the press conference. Rúben's press conference, as you know.
Dan Ashworth left the club at the weekend. What's your view on it? Were you surprised by it?
Well, the first thing I want to say that since the first day, I felt
good big up to you, Nikhil.
Great support from the ownership and for Omar, from Dan, also from Jason. So and then was part of that, and I'm really I felt a really support from Dan also. But this is football, and sometimes these things happen with players with.
One second, guys. 1 second.
With players, with.
Hold on 1 second, guys. 1 second. Let me bring it right back.
Then also, but this is football, and sometimes these things happen with players, with coaches. I know that is not the best situation, but the important thing is that we continue in our way. The path is really clear for everybody, and I think this can happen in football.
Are you concerned?
Interesting. Oh, hold on 1 second, bro.
I don't think so. Like I said, I felt since day one the support from everybody. So one person leaving don't change nothing. Of course, it's a bad situation, like I said, because you are talking of a human being, a professional that support us as a team. But I think the most important thing is that your vision is really clear, and that vision don't change if only one person leaves.
V nedávné době vás opustil sportovní ředitel. Jaká to pro vás byla změna, jak na to reagujete a máte pocit, že byla nějakým způsobem ohrožená stabilita klubu? Já bych v první řadě rád řekl, že od prvního dne cítím velkou podporu od celého vedení a to, co se stalo, to je prostě fotbal. To se stává hráčům, stává se to trenérům. Není to samozřejmě ideální situace, ale my pokračujeme v naší práci. Samozřejmě jeden člověk, když z toho vypadne, tak nic nemění. Jde o člověka, takže z profesionálního hlediska je to smutné, ale je velmi důležité, že máme jasnou vizi, takže na tom se nic nemění.
Hi, Rúben. Bruno said before the last Europa League game that he felt that the Europa League was your biggest target this season, presumably because it offers a chance for a trophy and to qualify for the Champions League. Is that a view that you share, given that you're struggling a little bit in the Premier League to reach those top four positions?
I think I as a coach, I cannot focus just on that, the way we can see in the future titles or something. I think that our goal is to win the Premier League. That is our goal. Of course, you can do the math and you understand that for a big club like us to be in the Champions League is so important. And then 100%. You can look at the table and you can see that from Europa League maybe is easier.
Yeah, definitely.
This information for this context. but I'm not focused on that. Our goal is to win the Premier League, not just to go to Champions League. To go to
100%.
Champions League is an important point to win the Premier League. That is really clear. But for me, the most important thing is to win and to see something different in the team.
Exactly.
Otázka. Zaznívaly
It's
spekulace.
really interesting what the manager is
Říkal jste,
saying
že
right
pro
now.
vás je důležité účastnit se v Evropské lize, potenciálně ji
Of
vyhrát.
course, guys, I'm going to use this moment to react to it in little parts because, sorry, but I don't understand Czechian, so, and they're going to ask the questions in English. So I apologize if anyone is offended.
Vyhrát Premier League. Samozřejmě, když si to spočítáte a podíváte se na tabulku, tak může se zdát, že Evropská liga je pro nás jednodušší, realističtější cíl, ale chci zdůraznit, že tak velký klub, jako je Manchester United, by měl hrát Ligu mistrů, je to pro nás velmi důležité. Ovšem prvním krok proto je, abychom vyhráli Premier League. A taky chci vidět v týmu, že probíhá změna a společně míříme k tomu stejnému cíli.
Mr. Amorim, after the defeat against Nottingham Forest, you talked about the need for your centre-backs to be more calm on the ball when they're trying to pass. You also spoke about how your team needs to avoid being sloppy. Could you elaborate on how you encourage your team staying calm in those moments where it's very busy, but also making sure they don't make mistakes?
It's really simple. I think against Nottingham, we should pass the ball a little bit more quicker. So it's with safety, but a little bit more quicker when everything is blocked. For me, the most important point is that every player should be in the good position to start one play. And we were controlling the game. We start the second half very well.
Big up, mate.
If you remember, we are doing one play when Lenny Yoro makes 1-2, jumps in front, and then a bad pass makes a counter-attack and you suffer a goal. And now you have to continue to play in the same way with a low block. So it's this kind of details. You have to play the ball preparing to lose the ball sometimes. And these kind of points are really important in our team, because in the past and still at this moment, you can see a lot of moments like this. I just remember from my head the game against Liverpool, all the goals were most like that, and then we are doing work on that, and you see the same thing
100%.
last week. So you are trying to improve with the ball, but also preparing the way you can, when you lose the ball, you are covering our own goal.
Can I ask also to Malacia, how are you finding?
Translation on
yes, this answer? Thank you. Otázka. V zápase proti Nottinghamu se pokázalo, že vám trošku chybí klid na balónu a jakým způsobem podporujete hráče nebo povzbuzujete tak, aby nedělali ty chyby, které dělají. Odpověď. Jo, já jsem si všiml, že proti Nottinghamu nám chyběly, nebo měli jsme několik rychlých přihrávek, takže jsem chtěl, aby hráči hráli bezpečně, ale potřebovali jsme ty rychlejší přihrávky. Tak je důležité, aby každý hráč stál při rozehrávce v dobré pozici, abychom mohli rychle vyvíjet tlak. Musím říct, že jsme druhou půli zahájili velice dobře, byli jsme aktivní. Ovšem zjistili jsme, že stačí, když jednou přijdeme o balón, soupeře do protiútoku a z toho dostaneme gól. Takže teď se učíme, jak hrát v nízkém bloku a jsme připraveni a poučili jsme se tak, abychom byli připraveni, že ten balón můžeme ztratit. Vzpomínám si, že v zápase proti Liverpoolu jsme ty góly dostali tímto způsobem. Takže ano, je to něco, na čem pracujeme a chceme se zlepšit na práci s balónem, ale i na situace, kdy o ten balón přijdeme.
Thank you very much. Malacia, I wanted to ask, how are you taking on these new details from your new coach? Obviously, it's been a lot of change in your career recently, and I just wanted to know about how you're adjusting to these new details.
No, of course, there's a lot of changing, but what I like and what I know from this manager is that he's very clear. So for all of us, that's the most important thing. So we know what we have to do in the game.
100%.
Jaké cítíte změny pod novým koučem a jak se tomu přizpůsobujete? Odpověď, ano, jsou to velké změny, ovšem pro nás je důležité, že management nám dal jasně najevo, že nový trenér má jasnou vizi a my všichni víme, co máme dělat.
Interesting reply from Malacia there.
Hi, Rúben. Manchester United have spent a lot of money in the past decade before you were Manchester United manager. You've brought in a new system, the fans can see your identity. You probably need to bring in players for it to reach its full potential. Have you been told that you need to sell to buy in the transfer window to bring players in?
No, I'm really focused on to see my players, to understand my players, and I think that is one of the problems of the clubs. We have to focus on what we have. We have to focus on the academy, and you also to have the clear profile when you get the players. So it's a lot of details you have
Big up, Amorim.
to manage. You can see it set pieces. Sometimes you look at our team, we are a small team compared to the others. Every detail counts, and you have to be very clear first in the profiles, arrange all the process, and then go to that phase of buying and selling players. But we have like Thai international players. They are good players, and we need time to teach our idea, and then
100%.
because this is a massive club. If you don't win, the coach goes, the player goes. So you have to know that. So we have to improve as a team. We have to arrange a lot of things in our club before thinking just in buying or selling players. There's a lot to do. So let's focus on improving our players, improving our academy, and then see.
You're one for Tyrell.
Translation first.
Otázka. Manchester United v poslední dekádě, ještě předtím, než jste se...
Yeah, Malacia does look calm and happy. You know what I mean? But he's back, you know what I mean? And I believe that, you know, even the previous manager had faith in him.
Ohledně toho, jestli byste chtěl do klubu přivádět nové hráče? Odpověď, ne, soustředím se na tu strukturu, kterou teď máme. Soustředíme se i na akademii, zkrátka pracujeme s tím, co máme. Ve fotbale opravdu rozhodují detaily, jsou to malé střípky, které potřebujete ve správnou chvíli poskládat dohromady a každý detail skutečně rozhoduje. I proto je důležité, abychom věděli, co chceme, postavili silný tým, ale zároveň posilovali to už, co máme. Takže na tohle se učíme, samozřejmě jsme velký tým a ve fotbale to funguje tak, že pokud nevyhráváte, odcházejí hráči, odcházejí trenéři. My ovšem zatím žádné velké změny, co se týče hráčů, neplánujeme. Chceme nejdřív pracovat s tím, co máme, než začneme utrácet peníze za nové posily.
Tyrell, it's been a long road back for you, and it's great to see you back on the pitch. How long do you think it will take for you to get back to your best? Because obviously a long time out is going to take a bit of time. And have you seen positive changes with the new coaching staff coming in?
It's like training every day, so I have to improve week by week by playing games, of course. And I could already see a difference between my first game against Bodø Glimt and Arsenal. So I think, yeah, that's it. And other than that, as a team, we are improving and trying to adapt the playing style of the manager, and I'm happy. Yeah.
Yeah, calm, bro. Calm.
Máte za sebou
Calm.
těžký rok, dlouhou rekonvalescenci. Jak dlouho vám trvalo, než se dostanete do své vrcholné formy a cítíte po změně trenéra nějaké pozitivní změny v týmu? Odpověď, trénuju každý den, týden od týdne cítím zlepšení, samozřejmě cítím i změny, že se posouvám dál a dál od prvního zápasu, který jsem teď odehrál. Co se týče celkového týmu, soustředíme se na to, abychom se...
It's really interesting, you know, all the fans that were crashing on Malacia, you know, while he was injured, rather than just being patient for him to come back.
Yeah, hi Rúben. You mentioned about the vision and everyone being on the same path. It was clearly some people weren't on the same path, or Dan Ashworth wouldn't have gone. So what is that vision, and are there some disagreements over it?
No, I don't think so. I cannot tell you about the vision. The whole vision is just in a press conference, but we want to take this club winning the Premier League and to be an elite club like this club.
This is the question he's been asked.
In this way, we have to make changes because of the context. I don't know. You could change the coach. Because you don't have results, you can change the coach. So you can have a vision, but sometimes you make a slightly change of direction to go to find the same goal. So this could happen in football, and we are focused on to win the Premier League. That is the main goal of this club.
Otázka. Hovořil jste o nové vizi a že chcete, aby všichni jeli na stejné vlně, ovšem možná někteří tuto ideu nezdíleli. O co přesně v té vizi jde a byly i nějaké neshody v tom prosazování?
Really interesting moments. Yeah, Nick, when we have a squad of individuals that play with something to prove like Malacia, we will win games consistently as well. I think so too.
A naším hlavním bodem soustředění je Premier League. Chceme být elitní klub, který vyhrává týmovou soutěž tak, jak bychom měli. Samozřejmě proto, abyste toho docílili, tak musíte provádět změny. Někdy se změní coach, někdy se změní směřování celé fotbalové filozofie. My ovšem se konkrétně soustředíme zejména na výhry v Premier League.
You've been in the job, I think, a month today. When you did your first press conference, you said, "I believe in the players until they prove me wrong." I appreciate you're still getting to know a lot of them, most of them, but you must have formed an opinion of the players. And to what extent do you feel that you have to maybe potentially move some on in January? And I appreciate what you said earlier, but can a club like Manchester United afford not to move players on in January because there's only 2 windows, clearly?
I really don't know. There's a lot at stake in this moment. We have a lot to do, a lot of games. We don't have time to train. So the players have contract. We have to see him. It's a new idea, new coach. Sometimes I have one idea in the first week. Second week I have a different idea. Then we have to see what happens. So it's everything so close. All the games during the opening of the window in January. So I really don't know. I'm just focused on improving the team. I cannot think so much further than the next game. So. Like any other team, when the window is open, we can do something. But in this moment, our focus is to win games, and we have to have this feeling of winning, and we have to start tomorrow.
100%. I agree with you, manager there.
Zhruba měsíc a na první tiskové konferenci jste říkal, že věříte hráčům, dokud vás nepřesvědčí o opaku. Potom, co jste hráče poznal blíže, změnil jste na některé názor a bude to třeba ovlivňovat vaše rozhodování před přestupovým oknem v lednu? Odpověď. Nedokážu říct. Myslím si, že máme před sebou hodně práce a není čas nad tímto spekulovat. Hráči mají smlouvy, máme nějaké nápady. Ty nápady se samozřejmě mění, celá ta situace, atmosféra v týmu si teprve sedá. Co se týče lednového okna, tak nedokážu říct. Já se soustředím zejména na zlepšování týmu a dá se říct, že se vždycky soustředím výhradně na ten následující zápas.
Last question, Simon. By the camera at the back there.
I can't even hear this guy, bro.
Sorry, I don't think my voice would carry. I just thought I'd ask about the opposition tomorrow. On top of everything else, United haven't won away in Europe. I think it's since March 2023, so important to end that run. And for yourself, at the start of last week, we were asking about finishing in the top 4 Champions League by beating Arsenal. You've had a bit of a crash course in United since then, so how have you found it?
No, I already knew it. You guys ask, I respond, but I already knew it. That is a big job. We have a long way to go. It's really important to win away, even in the league. And we know that
100%.
It's really tough to win away in our league. And we are Manchester United. You have to improve on that. Also winning at home, because we lost the last game. It's really important to go to the next stage. So we need to win tomorrow because of all of that. It's really important for us as a club, as a team in this moment. If you pass to the next stage without playoff, you take 2 games from our schedule is massive. For some teams is nothing. For us is like really important. But we are facing a team you don't, maybe a lot of people in England don't know the name, but they are unbeaten at home in Europe. They are very strong. They run a lot. We cannot play the game one against one in all the pitch like they want. We have to have possession. We have to control transitions. We have to be very good in second phases, like after crosses, the next cross. We have to improve
100%.
these details. We have to be so much better in set pieces, and we have to win it. So it's really important to win the game and to play well, not just win, to play well. But tomorrow is going to be really tough, and we are prepared for that. Tai is going to play, so we are really prepared for in the game.
Big up.
se nachází, nebo má takovou
This guy is cracking me
statistiku,
up.
že zatím mu dělá problémy vyhrávat venku.
100%
Co
Nikhil.
očekáváte od
I
toho
think so as
zápasu?
well.
Samozřejmě jste
It's been a
říkal,
difficult
že
rise.
vaším cílem je vyhrát Premier League, ale zatím jste v lize prošel takovou zkouškou ohněm. Tak jaká ponaučení jste si těch neúspěšných zápasů odnesl? Odpověď. Čeká nás velký kus práce, bude to dlouhá cesta. Samozřejmě je extrémně důležité vyhrávat venku, ale je důležité nic nepodcenit ani v zápasech doma. Je nesmírně důležité pro nás se v tuto chvíli posouvat krok za krokem. Co se týče zítřka, chceme být silní, protože my opravdu chceme postoupit do playoff. Je to jeden z našich velmi důležitých cílů. A budeme stát proti týmu, který možná řada Angličanů ani nezná, ale je důležité zdůraznit,
Man, I
že
had to learn this
Vitoria
language
Plzeň
eventually,
v
guys.
Evropské
You know what
lize
I'm
v
saying?
domácích zápasech zatím neprohrála.
Give it time. Give it time.
Jsou velmi silní, hodně běhají, víme, že akce 1 na 1 budou velmi složité, proto naším plánem je, že musíme držet míč, musíme být velmi
Interesting
efektivní
vibes.
v přechodové fázi, musíme zlepšit některé menší detaily v naší hře, potřebujeme se více
Nikhil,
soustředit na standardní situace
you think
a
like I do,
samozřejmě
bro.
potřebujeme vyhrát. Ale nejen to, potřebujeme i hrát dobře, takže zítra nás čeká velmi těžký úkol, ale já věřím, že na něj jsme připraveni.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Guys, this was the manager's press conference. And guys, interesting. 9 questions, very, very long. It's been about 20 minutes. They've been talking about lots of things. Some key questions in the thing. Let's review the questions that the manager has been asked. What are your thoughts on the sacking of Dan Ashworth? He replied and said, you know what? You know, these things happen. You know, it happens to players, it happens to managers, it happens when clubs are building. You know, everyone needs to be aligned in the same direction. And when there is, you know, friction, of course, you need to solve these problems. He can't speak too much. He felt support from the various heads when he came in, but these things happen and he has to move on with his career and his focus. You know, I think that's well answered by the manager. I agree with him completely on that. And then he was asked, Bruno said that Europa League would be our focus as a way into the Champions League next season. Is that true? Is that what you're going to do? And he said, well, my true focus is to win the Premier League. However, you know, currently right now, it's very difficult to compete to win the Premier League. There are lots of teams ahead of us. And, you know, it might be an easier run to go through the Europa, but it's no cakewalk. We have to play well. We have to run more. We have to focus and we have to be better. We have to play with intent. And there's a lot of hard work and there's a lot to change. And he keeps highlighting these things, guys. Big up to Nikhil in the building as well. And he talked about after the Nottingham Forest defeat that we spoke about the team being more focused, less clumsy with ball safety, and how does he prepare them? And he says, well, he gives them, you know, the tools, the information. It's a lot of information. They don't have much time to train. There are lots of games, and it's very important for them. It's a different type of kettle of fish when Man United has games and other teams has games, is what he highlighted as well. You know, of course, the players need to run more. They need to perform well. They need to do their best. They also have to give that first off and foremost. He was also asked, how are you taking in the details of the new coach? And this was asked to Terrell Malacia. And Malacia said, this new manager is very explanatory. He's very detailed, but he's direct. And he explains clearly what he needs from each and every player. It's going to be very interesting to see how this goes going forward, because as we can see, some players are still clueless, but others are learning and doing better and thriving in the system so far. Big up to you guys coming in. I know we forget to do it sometimes, but please remember, guys, hit the like button. Big up to Joe Blackmon, more votes and likes. It happens sometimes, bro. You know, but if the guys be so kind, smash the likes. It's been a long manager's press conference, guys, and there's a lot to take in. He also was asked about Manchester United has spent a lot of money in the last decade. Have you been told you need to sell players to buy? And he went on to say that, you know, this is not my focus. Currently, right now, I'm still assessing the squad. You know, there's a lot of new players in the team, young players that need to develop, and there's still a lot for them to learn about the new system and what we expect before I can make a determination on who is fit for purpose and who is not. He was also asked in a follow-up question if he has already determined some players that might be not ready to fit the system and need to be moved on, and who can fit the system. And he went on to say, well, it's a little bit too soon to think about that or to consider that. Of course, I will have things that I'm thinking, but this week I might have one idea, and next week I might have a different idea. So it's going to be a long haul, and only at the end of the season will I be able to truly determine what works and what doesn't work. Right now, it's trial and error. It's going to be a long haul, but most of all, I expect the players to run hard, run well, play hard, and give their all each and every time they're chosen on the pitch. He also let everyone know that Malacia will be playing in the game tonight. So that's an interesting situation. Malacia was asked about his long-term injury and his way back, where he said that, I have been away for a long time. I have to take it one game at a time. I have to do my recovery, rest, do the needful in my training week in, week out, and get the relevant game time so I can get back to my best. I already feel a difference after my first 2 games, and I'm hoping and excited for more opportunities to get more minutes under my feet. And that's what he had to say. He was also asked about the vision and everyone being on the same path with the fact that Dan Ashworth was sacked. That some people may not be aligning with the vision and what is the vision. And what he says is, I can't tell you what the vision is. Right now, we're a work in progress. We are united, headed in the direction we want to be better than we were before. There's a lot of work to be done. We have to develop. Our aim is to win the Premier League and compete at the top. And that is the current direction. And that's what he said. He also was asked, United hasn't won in Europe away since March 2023. So how are you going to do it? And he said, you know what? This team will try to get us one-on-one all over the pitch, but we cannot get sucked into their game plan. We need to control the game from the beginning, and we need to work hard. It's going to be a long game because this team runs a lot, and they are very intentful when they attack. So he's been highlighting the running of our team in subtle ways throughout the entire press conference, guys. And I think it's a key takeaway that our team needs to run more. They need to track back with ferocity, just the same ferocity that they attack. And he also highlighted that they need to attack with more speed. They cannot be slowing the play down every single time they're building up for attack. It's too slow, and he wants them to do it faster. But he also knows that they have to learn the principles and the basics before they can express it in such a way. So it's going to be an interesting situation to see how it goes. Yes, Joe, the only way is up. For me, I also agree with that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I still would say that, a lot of these players need to work a lot harder. They need to basically give us more than they've been giving us at the beginning. They've not been giving enough. And it's something that we also have to pay attention to, guys, because Man United is Man United. And no matter that we haven't won in this last decade a major trophy other than the FA Cup, it's something that we are famous for. We've won the most titles in English history. And we need to get back to that position. And the only way we can do that is with hungry players who are willing to fight tooth and nail for 90 minutes until the final whistle is blown. Back to the Sir Alex Ferguson mentality. Play until the final whistle. Never give up. Guys, it's been my presentation for you this morning, the manager's press conference. If you missed it, go back to the beginning of the stream, take it in, leave your comments in the non-live section, smash a like, share it around, and subscribe. The road to 2K is here. Help your brother grow. Big up to you guys. Thank you for coming in today. I hope you have a wonderful day today. We'll be back later on with more build-up as, Man United take on Vitoria PLZEN in Czech Republic today, this evening, live. You'll be getting the watch-along here on your boys' channel, Mark and MUFC Fan. Big up to everyone who came in this morning and smashed a like. Big up to all of you watching. Thank you for joining me. Hope you have a great day. Mark and out.
Baby.